Hey guys, here's something a little different for you. The Indestructible Shoe Company that is advertising all over Instagram and Facebook and probably elsewhere that I haven't even seen, but has been contacting a lot of small YouTube channels and sending them a free pair of shoes to destroy. And I am one of those recipients. So I wore them for a day yesterday, and they're actually pretty comfortable. I didn't have any like fatigue from foot problems or anything like that. But today I'm going to destroy them. We'll see. Because y'all know what I like to do. And yes, there is a chainsaw right there. So anyway, I don't intend to have my foot in them. Not that trusting. So what I did was I made a foot out of walnut that will fit inside of this shoe. So that's the one that's getting the chainsaw. This other one, we're going to put through some other tests. I mean, okay, first off, they are steel-toed. And that part does indeed work. I was kind of playing with that yesterday, testing it out, and they're fine as far as that goes. One of the claims they make is that they're water resistant. So that's going to be the first test. Here's some dry paper towels. We're going to stick them down here in the toe. Here's a little cup of water. You can see the nail test is coming up too, huh? And we're going to take that and just pour it right over the top of it. Seems like a pretty simple test, right? But if this is water resistant, then the paper towels should not be wet now. And the paper towels are wet. That is not water resistant. So yeah, that's nice and wet. You can see through it. So apparently they're not as water resistant as they thought. All right, that's enough of that. Again, steel toes, but supposedly these things have a protective barrier all along the sole of the shoe. So, of course, if you're pounding on a nail with the toe, it drove it out. So obviously the toe's protected. I wonder how protective we are at the bend, because whatever they put in the bottom of this has got to be able to bend, and if they're putting separate plates, that means there's a joint, and if it goes through the joint, that ain't that protective. Still better than nothing, but so let's put that right where that bend is. The nail is not coming through. I've got my fingers on top of the nail. I can feel it pushing up, but it's not actually breaking through the bottom. It's stuck in the sole. It didn't come through. So let's try back toward the back here. Same thing. Not going through. All right, let's pull the liner out. Yeah, you can see where it's pushing up, but it's not coming through. Let's see if I can show you that on the camera here. You can see it's right there where my finger is. When I move my finger, that's it. So they're actually, that's pretty protective. I mean, that would save you from being stabbed and having to go get a tetanus shot at least. But the real test, in all actuality, is in practical application on a job site, especially if you're a tree guy. If you drop a running saw on the toe of this thing, is it going to stop it from grabbing your foot, or is this like lightweight mesh stuff going to suck the blade back into the soft part and actually cut your foot? That's what I want to know. So here we have the walnut foot, and these are actually made to slip on. You don't actually have to untie them and tie them and stuff because they're that stretchy fabric. So my little foot just fits right in there, and voila, we have a full foot. And if I break this, I break through this, it's going to damage that foot. I was also curious is if this stuff is like a Kevlar mesh, then it should grab, pull out, and bog the saw and stop it from damaging you. that would also be worthwhile, I would think, because that's working the same way the chaps do. Yeah, let's put those where they're dangerous, right? Face down. Okay. So normally I'm a boot guy. Wear boots like all the time. There we go. It's trapped. Now I'll put these down here. And a chainsaw. Let's get you a little closer in here. This is where I destroy the shoe. That's definitely a steel toe. This ain't grabbing and bogging the blade though. Well, there you go, guys. Let me pull that off of there. That's what it did. You can tell the teeth actually hit that steel toe, and it ripped the heck out of this. But that's real steel there. So that would save your foot. If you hit back here, it's not going to save your foot. But then again, I don't know of a single shoe that will save your foot without. I mean, leather would be better. But these are not expensive shoes, and they're constantly putting them on sale. The shoe actually did what they say it'll do, except for that it's not waterproof. But it will keep a nail from going through the bottom. That actually does impress me. I've never had a shoe that would actually attain that goal. And I don't know what the liner is in the bottom of it. Can't tell if that's a thing glued over the top of it or if that's the actual liner itself, but anyway. Alright guys, so if you're interested in testing a pair out for yourself, using my coupon code that is in the description, you can order a pair for 20% off. And if you use that link, I get a small kickback. Gotta get something for my time, I guess. But otherwise, not a bad little shoe. Like I said, when I wore them all day yesterday and I was painting my tiny house, they were comfortable. I didn't have any fatigue at the end of the day, which is kind of important to me these days. I get fatigued enough as it is. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.